Welcome back for my morning report analysis videos with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec Markets on Thursday, 7th of June. Let's have a look at dollar yen, which is slightly tipped back a little bit. It sort of closed above 110 figure, which is a near-term pivot yesterday. But just dropped away because you've seen that risk sentiment has taken a bit of an improvement, and certainly the dollar has come under pressure from that and suffered across the forex majors. So dollar yen pulling back a little bit, but you would argue that is this sort of playing into the fact that it's a slight buying opportunity? Well, in the recovery that we've seen in the last sort of week or so, that would generally tend to be the case. But the momentum indicators are just rolling over. Interesting that the RSI rolling over at 60, and the MACD lines have again not really sort of picked up. Stochastics rolling over around sort of just around 50, 55. So it's a difficult one to really consider, I think, at the moment. I think it sort of plays into the fact that there is this improvement in risk appetite, and generally what you tend to see in improvement in risk appetite is that the yen will underperform, and the dollar sort of as a secondary factor to that will also tend to underperform. And hence we see a little bit of a sideways movement on dollar yen. But there is a slight positive bias in the outlook on dollar yen, and that again reflects the fact that the yen should be the main underperformer in a risk positive environment. Technically speaking, it's still in this sort of recovery phase, but it's just sort of slipped back a touch, and you'd be still positive about, I think, a recovery on dollar yen whilst 109.40 support is intact. Now, if that gets broken, for example, then you're trading below all the moving averages and below this sort of key support that we've seen building up this week. Momentum indicators still remain positively configured on the hourly chart as well. RSI above 40 consistently. So if that starts to drop below 40, and the MACD lines start to drop below neutral, then you'd start to question how this recovery is developing and whether it is going to turn into just a range phase or not. But at the moment, you're still going to sort of have a little slight positive bias, and this little corrective move today could well be considered to be a near-term buying opportunity, but it's not a decisive rally that we've got on dollar yen. Certainly not given the fact that we're back below 110 figure again, but closing back above 110 figure would sort of help to improve the situation, then sort of reopen the high 111.40, but you're not really pushing strongly higher, certainly on dollar yen at the moment. So I wish you good luck in your trading. I'll speak to you later.